What is going on, people? So, you guys are thinking about changing your business name. There are a few tips that I would like to give out to you guys to search on your own, but also just double check to make sure the name you're thinking about switching your business name to is actually available, and to keep you out of, courts and anything like that. Trademark infringements and stuff like that. So, the first website, if you're thinking about changing your business name and you're still deciding, what I like to do first is I like to see if the domain name is available. And by domain name, if you don't know what that is, the domain name is basically the name of your address to your website. So when you're giving out your website to people, a lot of people like to have that, if you're for profit, let's say you're for profit and you're non-for-profit or whatever. For profit, you will most likely want to use a .com, and then I guess if you're non-profit, you probably want to use a .org or a .gov or .net, something like that. So keep that in mind as well. So when you're looking for your domain name, your website, address, the name of your address. So if mine is going to be Jason's Bakery, you need to make sure Jason's Bakery is available, jasonsbakery.com. If not, then you have to reword it a different way or try to figure out something else. So I would look up your domain name and see if it's available. Some websites that are good for this that you guys already know about is you could do Wix, and these are all website builders. You can do Wix. You can do GoDaddy is a big one, and the one I really like to use is called Namecheap.com. You can buy these domains on there for pretty cheap. So Namecheap.com, you can buy it a couple years in advance. So you look these domains up, you put the name, you put the words that you want to be, and then you put the .com right after it, and it'll pre-populate everything that it has in the system in the entire world. So if your name jasonsbakery.com is taken, it'll give you options to do a .org, a .net, or something else. You could probably get away with putting jasonseatery.com, and that might be available. So you got to play around with the system a little bit. But that's your domain right there. And also, if you got the money, what this website does is it'll show you if the website is up for sale, or if it's not up for sale, it'll just say, this was bought back in 2009, this was bought back in 2020, stuff like that. So it'll give you updates, and then you can also reach out to those people who are trying to sell those domains, and some of them are pretty high. I mean, I've seen some close to 17,000, 30,000, but these are big name domains that are bringing in revenue every month. So it's a recurring type of thing. So obviously people are going to sell them like they sell businesses. So just keep that in mind. Oh, dang, it's flooded. But just keep that in mind. Okay, secondly, go to your Secretary of State. So when you go to Google or whatever, you type in Secretary of State, you put your state, obviously, so Secretary of State of Idaho or Michigan or wherever you're from. You'll go on there, and it's usually somewhere on the front page it'll say like business services, I believe. So you'll have find the business services tab on there, and then from there you can search trademarks and business names. So when you go on there to search the trademark name, if the business wants to protect themselves on the federal level down the road because they see themselves doing big things, you definitely want to get it trademarked if you're selling like products and stuff like that, because you don't want to have two people using the same name. So when you go on that website, you will see that if it's taken or not, or if it's in a different state or so. You definitely want to check this in your own state, because where it gets tricky and where you'll get denied is if there's somebody in the same state as you using your business name, then it won't happen. It won't go through. Then you just spent all this money buying business cards and merch and all this extra stuff that you don't want to deal with. So definitely check out the Secretary of State in your state and see if the business name is registered or has been trademarked. If it hasn't, you're good to go. The third tip would probably be there's this federal government website called USPTO.gov, and I believe I spelled that right. Well, look it up, USPTO.gov. This will show you all of the registered trademarks and business names, basically, that have already been taken. So go on this website, look it up, Jason's Eatery, Jason's Bakery, whatever you want to call it, and see if that website is available, if that name is available to actually be on your business. So those are kind of all the tips I got for you guys. I've kind of been going through this process. If you've watched my previous video, I already showed you guys my name change. So that's kind of like the little tip I have for you guys. Like I said, do your research, check it out, because you don't want to be caught kind of red-handed, so to speak, and you just blew a bunch of money on new merch and business cards and advertisements, and turns out that you can't use the name because somebody else is already using it, or somebody else has already trademarked it. I'm not too sure if you can buy trademarks off of people. I haven't even tried that yet. That's not in my experience folder, but definitely look that up. Definitely look that up too. It's definitely a possibility. You can buy anything. But with that being said, that's all I got for you guys. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, share it to all your business savvy people that you know, friends, family, and I'll be dropping some more content here soon. See you guys on the next one.